Good morning, this is Old Man Gag here on Valentine's Day. Started my day out early. They're throwing some crazy peak pay, $5 per order in the morning. First time I've seen that here in the mornings. It's going from 6 to 8. I wasn't able to get it on at 6 a.m. I couldn't start until 6:45, 15 minutes before my normal schedule time, but I got my first order in. As soon as I hit the thing, I got a $13.75 Chick-fil-A order going toward the campus. So since I left out early this morning, I had to make sure I bring my favorite little coffee travel mug with me and get the day rolling. So let's get this first order and get the day started. Got that first Chick-fil-A order going to the campus. So we haven't done a run along going through the main campus area here in Appalachian State. So we'll go ahead and do that. And so you can see how it is. Like I said, I just picked up this order. It's 6:54. It's showing that's 2.6 miles. But they're pretty easy miles here first thing in the morning. Yeah, sorry about that. It is, the sun hasn't quite started rising yet, so, but we're just going to try to slam out, see how many quick churns and burns we can get out this morning, and take advantage of that $5 peak pay for the next hour. Hopefully we can get, I'm trying to shoot for 4 orders during that time, so an extra $20. But we'll see how that goes. And after 8 o'clock, it dropped down from a $5 peak pay from 8 to 11 to a $2 peak pay. So Doordash is giving us some good peak pay today, which is unusual for the mornings. But when you get it, you take advantage of it. Readjust your schedules. Normally I'm not out until 7 o'clock, and I don't even turn it on and in the area until a couple minutes before 7. So, but today I seen that peak pay at 5. I'm like, we got to do it. I really don't have no subject matter to talk about today. Today is just want to concentrate on getting done as many orders as I can for the most money I can. Being Valentine's Day, I'm going to try to minimize any of my dead time as much as I can. So now I do have one idea or one thought. Now when they do throw this, what I call for my market, silly peak pay, $5 an order. How do you feel about those no-tip orders? Do you still take them? So like the base is $2.25, so now it would be $7.25. Will you take it, or will you still say no tip, no delivery? That's kind of tough. That's kind of tough. I get that, but you know, you gotta think about it and decide what you want to do. If I can get it, if it's within a mile, I might do it. Even though traditionally I would just boom, not. But when they start throwing this peak pay out here, dashers come out of the woodworks. So you're even further fighting for orders. So sometimes, I don't know. And it's kind of a tough one. You're kind of backed in the corner doing those no-tip orders, but you're getting paid for it, and you're going to get some good mile-to-money ratio. So, like I said, now we're going through the actual campus area. Like I said, the reason why I like this, a lot of these ones, because they're going to dorms, student dormitories, and they got to meet you outside. So sometimes you got to wait a minute or two. Sometimes some of them are right on it because they know that we put that timer on, and I've done it before. I put that timer on it, and if they're not out in that 5-minute window, 7-minute window, the order's getting left at the door and a picture taken. Period. I'm not going to wait around for it. So a lot of them have learned that, so a lot of them will watch the app and see when we get close, and they'll get down there, and some of them, I got to give them a call and say, you're on the timer. And then there are some that know that and still say, just put it on the bench outside the front door. And you do. So, like I said, there's pretty much the entire main road here through the campus. This is going up through the back side here to this, what we call the Student Learning Center. And so, and there's more dorms, there's dorms, student dorms spread all over the place, on campus. So this one's pretty easy to get to, like I said, and it still keeps me in the area relatively very close, even after I do this drop off. And if there's still some orders out there, it should be giving me some. So here in the first 15 minutes, we're already done 1375. So let's see if we can't keep that up. So I'm gonna pause this camera. I don't like to put people on camera unless I ask for permission. So we'll just go ahead and pause this right now. Well, just did that drop off, and that was even nice. There was a hidden tip, another $2. Or yeah, another $2 was hidden inside there. So that total stood out to be $15.50. So that's a good start to the day. Let's see if it holds. Like I said, when they started throwing this mad peak money at people, even around here, you get $2 peak. Dash would come out of the woodwork. I mean, only when it gets busy can they get on, unless they're a top dasher or you got yourself scheduled. And like I said, I always have myself scheduled. So let's wait until we get the next one. So that was the back side of Main Street. So here we go. We're heading back into town. I'm already in the busy hotspot area, so it's close enough. So let's see what we get next. I'll just take you on a little drive through the town area. It's going on about 10:15, so I've been going at it since 6:45. So that's like, what is that? 3.5 hours. And it's been, I had a little lull at the very beginning of the day or the morning for about 20 minutes where I sat down with no orders. Now all of a sudden I have been non-stop since then, getting everything coming in from everywhere. And I'm already sitting at about $130, $70 on UberEats, and almost 60, 58 something on Doordash. So yeah, it's good. It's good. So that's almost averaging $40 an hour. That's just like, I've never done this in the morning for this period of time. I've gotten $40 an hour before, here and there, but then it slows down, and so that averages out. But right now it's just been slamming. So we're taking a little on the other side, going through this road, going to the other side of Boone. That usually don't get too many orders over at that end, because at this time of the day, the only thing open at that end of the Boone is the Bojangles, and so I avoid it because it's the only restaurant over there during the morning. And during lunch, there's several other places that start to open up, like Jersey Mike's, a couple pizza places, locally owned, not major chains, pizza places, and a Chinese restaurant that people order lunch from. And so, you know, you'll get some during lunchtime over at this end occasionally. So, but I try to avoid it during the mornings. This is one of the major highways that goes through town that takes you out of town. One way takes you going out toward other cities like West Jefferson, North Wilkes, and Wilkesboro. And the opposite direction from me, if you went out that way, it would take you to going toward Tennessee. Yeah, we're only like a half-hour drive from Tennessee. And I'm sorry about earlier in the video. I had the heater cranked up because it was quite cold this morning. It was 18 degrees and with chill, bringing it down to 0 or below 0. So it was quite cold this morning. So I had that heater cranked up. That's why you heard that noise, and sorry about that. So let's go ahead and get this delivery finished, and we'll catch up later on during the day. Here's the question of the day. Tell me what you would do. Here it is, going in 10:45. Some 4:45. I started at 6:45, so it's 4 hours in, and I've already hit my 160 today. My 160 for the daily goal. Should I continue on, or what would you do? Would you keep going, see what you're getting for the day, or take your goal and go home and relax a few extra more hours? I haven't made my decision yet. I'll just see how it goes and see what kind of orders I get in. If I keep getting good orders, I'm going to keep going. But right now, it's going to be a little quiet time. This might be the time for me to get something to eat, recharge, and go at it for a few more hours. So that's what I'm leaning towards. But what would you do? If you hit your daily goal a few hours earlier than you wanted to, would you keep going? Or do you just go ahead and say, hey, I'm stopping for the day. I hit my goal. You know, those are the type of things that sometimes happens. But what would you do? Let's find out. Leave your comments down below, along with your like and your subscribe, and we'll see how the day ends. Or unless it ended now, we won't know until I do my day end in review portion of the video. This is the wrap up portion of the video here. So I had those 2 questions out there about doing tips or taking no tip orders during peak pay, when the peak pay is like, you know, $4 or $5. Will you still do them, or will you not still, or will you do them, or will you still just flat out decline them, or depend on the situation? If you don't mind answering that, put that down in the comments below. And question number 2 is, if you set a goal for the day and you hit it earlier than you expected, do you go ahead and just call it a day, take those extra couple hours to yourself as self-time, or do you keep on working? Well, I kept on working. That was my decision. So at the end of the day, I did 216.73 was a total for the day. It's $75.50 with Doordash and 6 deliveries. There's that. Let's see, can you see that? There we go. And then with UberEats, it was $137.43, all tips included. $137.43. Highlight that. And I did 12 deliveries. So I did 18 deliveries in total in a 6-hour time frame. I did 6 hours from 6:45 until 12:45, and I did 51.68 miles. Now, I haven't broken that down, but it's you know, going to be close to just a little under $4 per mile for today. Excellent. So I hope everybody else has a good Valentine's Day. I think I will bring my lucky coffee thermos travel cup from now on, because it brought me some great luck today here on Valentine's. I hope everybody else has a good Valentine's Day. This is Old Man Gig signing out, checking out. Peace. Catch you later. 200 for the day, happy crab dance. 200 for the day, happy crab dance.